But we're going to jump back into Zero Time Dilemma. To my understanding, all we have left is the finale fragment. So I don't know how long it's going to be, but maybe we'll finally figure out the extent to which Gab is a robot. Now, it doesn't seem to me at a glance that there's any reason to pick any one of these over the other. They all seem to actually be the same fragment. There we go. Really get some muscle into it.
I knew it! Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place. Then...
Carlos!
Akane. Junpei.
And Mira, and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos, what happened?
Proof of friendship.
Anyway,
Huh?
what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C-Team and Q-Team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you
No,
did.
no, I remember what happened.
We used
Just
the
the way
cards
that they're talking
to
about
keep
it,
the
brushing
bracelet
it
needle
off
from
is like,
injecting
So
very
does that mean-
strange.
Yeah. I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Well, that makes great
Then-
sense.
You have the other history's memories too?
Yes,
Then you're like us.
but why? Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Oh, sucks to be
Then
you.
neither of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning? First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Okay. Now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then,
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted.
It just
I
highlights him
didn't
and hit
want that to
delete.
happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
I snapped off the
He
delete
said he
key.
managed to cancel the forced sleep and delete functions.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
first Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what?
It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
Huh.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room. You can see the result of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
It's true, yes. Yep.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
He gets to regain his himbo status, but he is on probation.
Something?
He is having a probationary
Everyone
period.
knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
But wait. Why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories? Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
No, swap him Q.
Q? Or maybe it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana.
No one else gets it. No one else gets
I shall
it.
answer your question.
His point fell entirely on deaf ears.
Kane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct? Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many times. From one point in space-time to another.
Do I need to re-explain to you the plot of Back to the Future?
Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
You don't?
Wow.
I
Delta's a
have
loser.
another power instead. The power to mind hack.
Mind hack?
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection,
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
Neato.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist. Hence, why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this because you were curious?
When a
Hey, there's
person
nothing
does
wrong with being
something
curious.
significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know?
Yes, that's why we ask questions.
It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay, so they're all being brought up to
Phi
speed.
and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
It's
November 16th,
complicated.
2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history, of course. Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008.
Huh.
Records indicate
Big head,
she
thank you so much
was
for the
part of an
resub.
experiment.
you're saying Phi jumped
21
back in
years
time
long.
from 2029 to the year 1904, and then forward again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
Oh, we're doing the audio balance wrong again?
We've gone off topic. But yes, that was one of the major goals. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code.
I'm sorry, but is this not an Ace Attorney ass song?
Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star.
Wizrobe, thanks so much for the resub.
I have
Also, thanks for whoever gifted that sub to content warning earlier. I missed it.
Affected as well. You were born a shifter. DT, do you recall what was written on your wall?
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
Oh, well, that does explain it.
Wait, there's more?
Ah! Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Fine, no!
Huh.
It's over.
Oh, Eric loves his shotgun.
You may be right.
What?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing Force Quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Executing Force Squid program.
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the
It's no
Force Quit
use.
program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh.
No!
Why would you?
Gab's been...
Did you kill Gab?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
You monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing?
Okay, so he's probably not a robot
You had
on
two
account of being
things
filled
to
with
tell
blood.
us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I've not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with
Alright,
mind
well, Eric's
hacking.
gonna shoot everyone now. That's gonna be fun.
It only lasts a moment. But I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
Oh. Well, I mean... Okay. Just walk it off. He'll be fine. Just walk it off.
Eric! Why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Mind freak.
Understand now. This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final
He just got blown away. This is my power.
You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other...
You can shift, I guess.
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
Okay. Bob, you were the one I was worried would take it the worst, so I'm glad you already knew it was coming. That makes me feel better.
What should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start
So
killing
anyway,
each other
I just
now?
started blasting.
Mira?
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and I...
I'm
Not
sure
my problem.
we'll be fine.
Not my problem. Learn.
Remember what I said?
Learn, idiots.
Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger.
Wait, so you're telling me that we
And
could all
the
shift,
other
but
one
we
is-
might accidentally not be able to bring Mira and Eric with us?
Of a group of shifters.
That does
I get
sound
it.
terrible now that you
We'll
describe it
resonate,
that way.
And then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then...
We need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive.
To coins.
Do you mean...
The history, where we won the coin toss.
Oh, shit. I bet that was a lock if you hadn't gotten the good coin ending.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Alright.
Mira.
The worst person you know just brought up a
You're
really
saying
great point.
they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
Well, honk honk, motherfucker, let's go. What do you want me to say? Yeah, great.
The only thing they
It's
did
the
was
trolley
win
problem,
at a
except for
coin
I'm going
toss.
to drive over myself.
You could
It's
say the
cool, I'm
same
down
for
with
us.
it.
The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Huh.
1 minute
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have two choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. Final decision game.
Dang. Dang. It looks like he just mind freaked us. I can't believe he just mind freaked us. We already tried that in another timeline, Casper. Apparently the passwords are locked to their respective histories. X passes from alternate histories are not applicable. Achievement unlocked. D team subject report. Q team subject report. C team subject report. I mean, as a millennial, I see absolutely nothing wrong with that ending. The Plague Mask one was the coin flip.
What should we do? What about the X door?
And more.
It's time to go forward to the past.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but...
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something?
Can I touch your heart?
Who is this kid?
You just got spirit bombed from fucking space.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did.
Must have worked.
Life is unfair. Don't you think?
Hey, Gab's okay.
You bastard.
17 years ago,
Ugh,
a
a
snail,
snail.
traveled
Old
down
people
a
tell the
narrow
worst
path
stories.
in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal? Would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
But he hasn't done anything.
Crime?
Murder.
Murder?
Of who?
I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind-hacked you.
Mind-freaked.
In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another?
If he can mind hack, he knows that we're already
So,
tired of his dumbass snail
I'd
stories,
say
and he
this
tells them
world
anyway.
is full of criminals
I hate this
of
guy.
all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. Why? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6.
So no one will
There is
ever do a
only
kickflip again.
Bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
Religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey,
Good ending.
Where's that happy future you mentioned?
No, that's the good ending.
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing
We can go to
in
whatever
the
history we
future
want
has
to.
been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Whatever, serial killer.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with?
Are you mad at me for being the good guy?
I will give all of you one last choice. With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be?
Can I shoot
Pull
Mira
the
first?
trigger, or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
Achievement unlocked. Mountain of Knowledge. I think this means I never have to hear the phrase morphogenetic field again, though I will miss hearing phrases like Radical 6. Yeah, I'll check out the epilogues. We will watch the credits one time. I don't know how I feel about this game. It's tough because early on I understood why the game was structured in the way it was. That doesn't necessarily make it good, I just understood it. I still think if I had to look back at it, I would say that 999 was the best of the series for me, and ZTD was the weakest. I could totally see the argument, or rather, I would understand someone liking VLR more than 999, but I think this game's narrative structure was informed by the story they were trying to tell, and it was weak as a side effect of it, but that doesn't make it bad. I thought this game did a lot of really interesting things, though. The one actual criticism I have of this game is I did not feel like my decisions mattered all that much because of... nothing felt like it had any permanence. Is that really true, Tofile? Zero Time Dilemma is an anagram for it's me, I'm Zero, I'm Delta? That's the worst. I hate that. I now like ZTD even less. I mean, I am defending this game. I don't think it was a bad game. I actually legitimately don't think it was a bad game. It had some structural elements that made it weaker than 999 and VLR. 999 gave me a lot of anxiety when I first started playing it. Like, I played it the first time, and I had, like... I don't know how to put it properly without feeling like I'm doing a bit. But, like, after my first stream of 999, I kind of walked away from the game with like an existential dread. And structurally, 999 didn't branch in the same ways that VLR did. Like, even VLR minimized the impact of your decisions by you knowing that you were going to swap back and forth between different timelines. But 999, everything felt so final. If a character died, like, it just felt like the character was dead. And it would have felt that way 10 times more if there were no flowchart. Like I played in the remake, it had a flowchart. If there were no flowchart, everything would feel so much more intensely permanent. But I genuinely liked all three games, and all three of them, I'm impressed at how much they felt like they tried to do something different. Alright, so here we're gonna, I guess, check out some of the files. I already bought, I already own a copy of AI Somnium Files. There's no locks on that whole path. Which whole path? Oh, interesting. Okay. Somnium Files. Sorry. Alright, well, let's... Oh, God. There's so much. What are the chances you're an intelligent life form in your next life as opposed to everything else? Okay. Money Hall. Okay, a lot of this seems like stuff that I should have read earlier but didn't. Parasite uses snails as initial hosts, then transfers to birds. I've seen those before. I've seen that before, yeah. Mind hacked. Cool. Thanks. Kuroseki, thanks so much for the resub. Quantum computer. Quantum computers can do quantum things. Oh wow, they just give you the card for it? Was this given to me during that event, or did I only get it after the fact? The Gab letter showing us the time windows. Very cool, very neat stuff, very good. It's just a rug. Gab lays down on it and takes a nap. Pass. So it's the story of Eric's mother and Akane's father. Cool. That's when they have their sex. A robot's name. Yeah, I'd have to go back and replay everything to see how they never actually refer to him as Q, but in fact, when they say Q, it's not directly reflected on him. But then I'd have to play this game again, and I'm good. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is post payoff. Hey, Skybills.
Can I get you anything?
I'm good. Thanks. Okay. Just a progress report. I can't wait to see the progress report on Eric and Mira. I killed him. That's the whole progress report, that's it. Okay, so she turned herself in and went to prison. Cool. I carved your heart out in another history, isn't that what you said? Yeah, that's what you did. Sean's breaking her out of prison? Sean, very, very naughty boy, Sean. I expected better. Status. Well, I never once looked at this screen. Fantastic. It's creepy looking. This is a creepy screen. Like, they don't explicitly call him Q. You could make the argument that it's literally just a remark on these a robot on Q team, I guess. The status screen can hint at Delta at a few points. So is the argument that... Wait, so is the argument that Q is actually... Or sorry, that Delta was actually on Q team? I thought he was just a... cameraman, essentially. I guess I just missed that detail. Go to the shootout scene? I did that already, Matter. I know. I'm aware. Like, I'm not confused about that. I'm just pointing out that I didn't understand necessarily Delta's relationship in all of this. I kind of just saw him as an observer. I didn't realize that he was functionally a member of that team. That's the part that I didn't understand, was that Sean was not technically one of the players as far as the X-Passes were concerned. That's sort of the mental disconnect that I didn't catch.